do have one thing that I wanted to say that didn't come up. I feel like they're not going to release anything. We'll see, I guess. I mean, they're going to say there's aliens at best, it seems like.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're going to say if the aliens have pussies. And that's really what I want to know.
I mean, I feel like all life. I mean, life has developed similarly. I mean, I feel like if you went to another planet,
yeah, I don't know.
the life would look it would look different, but it would look familiar.
There's a lot of life on Earth that doesn't even have pussies, like trees.
What if they're just like sea creatures? That's one of the.
Yeah, it's like a squid or like a sponge.
As long
I
as it.
think it's a high likelihood that it would be.
As long as it has.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. That's fine.
Like what
squid pussy's pussy.
What do you think about like what if there's just like
It could go the other way though, where it's even better.
They only have dicks. But they're huge, so it works like a pussy.
But like, what if they were from what if they were like actually like a UFO or whatever, like an alien, but it's like not like it's actually from Earth and it comes from the ocean because most of the planet is
that would be crazy.
Ocean water.
That could be though.
So what if like a deep sea creature developed technology like a long ass time ago, but they just like we don't ever go down there really. Sometimes we do, but it's very rare. Right. Like, what if they just hardly ever come up here? And
we've explored the surface of the moon more than we've explored the...
Yeah, like, what if the mole people thought, like, to them, the ocean is, like, what the atmosphere is to us?
Yeah.
So they, like, developed a space program to go into the ocean and see what's up. And then they got up and they're like, what the fuck is this? Air? What is going on up here?
Yeah.
But then they developed and now they got... I mean, you probably develop better air technology from underwater, right? Because you're dealing with these forces, you figure out how to deal with those forces, and then you get up into the air and you're like, oh, it's fucking easy. Like,
yeah, no, there's no resistance.
Fucking fly around.
Basically no resistance.
I'd imagine, too, because, if, say there's a water world that has super intelligent life, but the barrier is bad enough being, like getting through our atmosphere into space, they would have to, first of all, they have to carry their atmosphere around with them, most likely, so they have to... But I don't know. Maybe they just have some suit that's extremely. Anyway, yeah. But whatever propulsion they develop, when they would actually have to be far more intelligent and advanced to escape their atmosphere. So it'd almost be a no-brainer. Like if they're making a propulsion system that, they can't make airplanes because they're squids.
Yeah.
But they can make, eventually, they develop something that, we can just break out of our ocean atmosphere now into the atmosphere that we aren't even evolved because there is literally no land.
Yeah.
And then they're like, well, no, we can just travel freely through our solar system, probably.
Yeah.
And because they never made wings. They never had airplanes.
Right. Yeah.
They had to go straight to something that fucking...
Well, because prior to that, they could only really travel in the water. So and then if they it would be like the space program just getting out of the water.
But way harder.
But it'd be really hard.
Yeah. It would probably be pretty if you just. Well, they don't have air to fill things with, I guess. Yeah, but if you get something to go up, the real challenge is coming back down.
Yeah.
They probably put a bunch of dogs and things.
Well, because a lot of these dogs.
Sea dogs.
But a lot of
seahorses.
A lot of these things are viewed going in and out of water too, which is kind of interesting. Well, and that's one of the patents too. Is a trans-medium thing. Yeah.
If you're able, and that's one of the reasons why I have a big problem with why do they crash? This thing is meant to be able to travel through interstellar space, and then they get all the way here, and they fucking ram into the planet. Unless they're just probes. They are kind of dumb almost, and they're just being zinging about.
Yeah.
And
I mean, how many robotic probes?
0.00001% of them crash.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as we know, there's only we only know about one. Everyone knows about the one.
Yeah,
but besides that,
And we've had probes that just crashed. We've sent things to Mars that just crashed and failed.
Oh yeah.
So they may have collected all the data they needed and then just plummeted into the.
Well, also think about if they've been gathering. Let's say this civilization is it's underwater and stuff. It would be like unaffected by like the ice ages and stuff like that. This could be something that developed like 100,000 years ago.
Well, that's very exciting to see what sort of life we find in our own solar system.
But it's very possible, like most of the planet is water, and a lot of what we look at in the water is really smart. Yeah. It's been around a lot longer than we have.
Yeah. And the competition is a step higher, I feel like.
Oh, it's way harder down there. Yeah, like up here, you look around, there's like a few squirrels, like
honestly,
some, like deer. Like,
over under, do we get taken over by aliens or ocean creatures? If that's a fair bet, I don't know. Like some dude, like, hey, we're from Atlantis. We figured it out. You guys are done.
Well, like
we're here now.
Think about it. All our time worrying about alien invasion too, and we don't even we aren't even prepared.
Yeah,
for the sea creatures,
super intelligent octopi just start.
They might think we've started the war because at this point we've been destroying the oceans, right?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like an octopus.
All right, guys.
Oh man.
So an octopus has like a decentralized brain. So, like, guns don't work against these hyper-intelligent because you're just shoot them and it's like, well, you haven't destroyed my nervous system.
Sure, I forgot what I had for breakfast yesterday, but that's it.
But they, like, if you think, that's a good point about destroying the oceans and stuff. If we're just sharing the place with another species that was, like, even if they were 1,000 years ahead of us, like, that's so much time.
Yeah.
Like, that's, like, crazy technologically.
Yeah.
So like
1,000 years ago,
like I mean, like, but they have paintings and shit of weird like UFO like things and stuff like that. So it's like people have been seeing weird shit in the sky for a long ass time.
I thought you were talking about the sea creatures have.
Yeah, no, there's just like Cthulhu in the air, like but they like
sea caves.
If you think about like the potential there, like we hardly ever go down to the bottom of the ocean, so it's just like if they weren't
there, it's boring.
Capable of coming up here and then like flying around, like are they really going to interact with us much anyway? Like
we're assholes.
Well, also though, like if you saw like a civilization of like squids and shit though, like are you gonna really try? Like how
Squids
much would we?
Pussies, right?
Like, how much would we, like, try and communicate with them, though? Like, I don't know. It seems like if we observed, like, a civilization of squids, but that were less advanced than us, but they had, like, stone tools and shit, like, and they're, like, kind of, like, or whatever. Like, they're just, like, fit, maybe even, like, a couple hundred years behind us or whatever. Like, are they, like, would communication even matter? Like, you know what I mean? Like
we would probably start talking to them immediately. Like we'd be like, "Oh shit, these squids know something."
I think we probably would.
Yeah,
but
just
like
who we are as humans, we'd be like, "All right, we got to figure out how to talk to these guys."
But then, like, what
I think we treat them like we treat
probably
Greta Thunberg.
Yeah.
They're like, "We're destroying the oceans," and they're like,
yeah. You're just a squid.
Because like that's the other, like if you encountered like a bunch of cavemen somewhere, like there's still cultures that are like super
well, I mean, then again too, like I think we interacted with a bunch of like tribes in the jungle, and then at some point we were like, all right, let's just fucking stop interacting with them.
Which is a better peoples that we purposefully just leave alone.
That's a better policy. Because like you end up ruining their culture.
Takes ruining.
Well, and every once in a while, some douchebag on a boat decides to like visit the island. And then they kill them. Like,
yes, they should.
Well, what would you think that they would do? That's it's just like that. That makes a lot of sense, and then I feel like any civilization that is like even like 50 years beyond us is gonna probably have that policy way more nailed down.
Yeah, right,
and they're just gonna be like, we've done this so many times, I just think they probably wouldn't.
They may even have the same mindset that we basically were like, well, we're gonna just fuck up the planet and we'll figure something out and we'll just stay in our own little. Everything else is going to collapse, but we'll stay protected. We'll make domes and shit. They might just be like, fuck it, let the humans. They can fuck all this shit up. We have our own little civilization down here that we can just maintain despite what they're doing.
Right. Especially if they can just travel wherever the fuck they want, all throughout space.
Right.
Yeah. But
they might not have the limitations we have.
The weird thing too, though, is that like if they could travel anywhere throughout space that they want to go, like just like like spacefaring civilization. Like, well, I guess like Mars and the Moon are really huge. So if they have been to those places and they're not just like constantly there, like you might not even notice that they were there because it's just they have a few weird monuments and shit or crash ships or something. You have to scan the whole thing. Yeah,
it's like a dust storm all the time there. No, am I wrong? It's the opposite of that. Never mind. Dust doesn't move.
Oh, on the Moon.
On the Moon.
It just
there's
like,
no wind.
It just stays the same unless there's like an asteroid or something that impacts it. But so I guess like their presence could be in all these places and you wouldn't even really know still. Yeah, like
there's probably nothing there for them.
Well, if they're water based, then yeah.
They're all up in Venus.
But they could be on Europa.
Or they might find like methane sea and be like, holy shit, this is awesome.
Yeah. Well, because
these primates are getting out of control.
Yeah. Like actually, like from our perspective, we're just looking for some air and like a desert. We're like, nice. Like, if you need to live in the ocean, like you're like, man, these places suck.
Yeah, completely.
Yeah. So yeah, like they might be pretty much landlocked here unless they go to like Europa or something like you're saying. Like so,
landlocked is a very.
I was gonna say that.
They're waterlocked.
Yeah, waterlocked. Yeah.
Sea locked.
But I think that like might be the like if you're talking about aliens, it's like just as plausible, really. Like if you think about it,
not more so.
Not more so because we
already
already know.
Scan so deep into the Earth, right? It's not that far. Like scanning through solid material is
hard.
Everything we believe. We have a pretty good idea what the composition of the Earth is, but it's really just based on. Hopefully, accurate science. But it's not like we know.
I don't trust science for one, personally.
Yeah, they just take the seismographic readings.
Yeah, they just figure out when shit reflects back and stuff.
And you can tell a little bit about it, but it's like you don't really know. Like you don't know. And then like the ground penetrating radar, they can go down a few meters or something like that. Like they can't see
not that far.
Very far. Like so like. If there's a bunch of reptilians down there, we just like we're not going to know that for a while. So.
Unless we've had contact.
Yeah, you think that
and of interbreed.
Oh right.
Which is a question.
Like because as John was saying.
Yeah. Do you think?
Or as this elephant was saying.
No, he said John. This is John.
But like, if you're like, so if we made contact and we're breeding with the reptilians, like, do you? Well, I mean, like, think about it though. The dinosaurs were around for a really long time. That's also not improbable that like some like really like intelligent bird or whatever, because they're actually birds, like could have like also gotten to a stage like that, and like they still had 4 limbs, so that gives them hands. Like birds are really smart, but they're not gonna. They can't. I don't think they can build anything.
Yeah, they're physically disadvantaged.
They built nests, man. Intricate nests.
Well,
what are you talking about?
I mean, I guess I'm wrong there. Yeah, no, they
it's
could.
A long way to go to a spacecraft, though.
He builds the nest, and then he's not using his wings anymore, and he's just hovering around in it.